Recently, the election process for Williamson County School Board has taken a turn for the worst. When an absurd article hit the front page of the Tennessean 2 days ago, we knew it was time to respond. We believe that the citizens of Williamson County deserve to know the truth. We are 4 individual candidates who have come to know each other through the course of separate campaigns for Williamson County School Board. None of us previously knew each other except for myself and former educator Candy Emerson, who taught my children in public school. We find it disturbing that special interest groups would stoop to any measure to protect the status quo by attacking candidates who dare challenge the incumbents in an election. Rather than debating the issues, these groups have poisoned the water and turned a non-partisan race into a political, mudslinging sideshow. Furthermore, since it is a non-partisan race, we're wondering why the Democrat Party has endorsed the incumbents. Each of us has been accused of being part of some secret group interested in ousting our superintendent, supporting Commissioner Huffman, and making our moves to destroy the public schools, or even wanting to take over the school system. Nothing could be further from the truth. All each of us has done is offer ourselves as public servants to the parents and the voters of Williamson County. We acknowledge that there have been numerous emails sent out that we have been copied on. We cannot control what other people write, or even the emails that they send to us, or what might be said in those emails. Because we have been recipients of those emails, they have found us guilty by association. Not one of us has remotely entertained or expressed the desire to replace our superintendent, Dr. Looney. Let me repeat that. Not one of us has remotely entertained or expressed the desire to replace our superintendent, Dr. Looney. Each of us actually look forward to working with him and supporting him in his job as our superintendent and the quest to offer the best education possible in Williamson County. No one and no special interest group has asked any of us to run individually. We are seeking the office of school board under our own accord. There is no secret group. There is no conspiracy. There's no master plan. Just citizens stepping up to offer themselves in public service. We have not made any of our campaigns political or partisan, but a fair election process has been robbed from us. Highly partisan groups and individuals under the auspices of Williamson Strong, Williamson Secrets, SEIU Labor Union, Pro-Common Core supporters, and those who deliberately take personal citizen emails and turn our electoral process into a witch hunt. The bullying, the thuggery, the misinformation tactics used by these groups and individuals dishonor the parents, the students, the teachers, the voters, Dr. Looney, the school board as a whole, and us as candidates who have done nothing but offer ourselves as public servants. We are moms and dads and grandparents who have stepped up to serve our fellow citizens and the children of this community. We're all professionals. We can offer a wealth of knowledge and insight to our school board. I'm Dr. Beth Burgos. I'm a family medical doctor, and I've been serving the community 21 years in Williamson County. Miss Candy Emerson. She's a former educator in Williamson County Public Schools for 25 years. Miss Susan Curlee. She's a businesswoman with over 20 years in the marketing arena. And Mr. Dan Cash. He's retired after spending his career in leadership with the Saturn Corporation. We all bring a wealth of experience to the school board and expertise if we are elected to serve. We are proud and we love our schools. And the voters of Williamson County give us their trust and their vote on August 7th. Thank you very much for coming. Our time is limited today, so we will not be taking questions, but we have a copy of the statement and some additional information for you. Thank you very much.
Why are we standing in front of the high school if you don't even have kids that go here?
Said we're not taking questions today.
Well,
we've already been treated poorly by the press. We love you, sort of, but we don't want to be sucked in to any sort of more antics, okay? That's enough.
Conference and not answer questions.
It's a press statement.
What about as coming as a
Let's
group?
go ahead and give them that, okay? I'm not going to take questions, okay? I'm sorry.
Why did we choose this location?
Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you coming.
Take a look at the video of what these four candidates have said. What's your response?
You know, I think if they are truly authentic in what they said in their statement, that you know, more power to them. I think that if that had been their stance throughout this election, that it probably would have not reached this level of interest, even at the county level. This is, you know, the school board election is typically, you know, really flies under the radar. But I don't necessarily know that I agree that their agenda is not political. I feel like the issues that they've kind of brought to the forum are specific to state legislature, and, you know, I don't feel like they're bringing a lot of insight in terms of solutions and, you know, what role they'd actually want to play. It seems to me that most of what they have to say is disparaging about the existing county school system, the way it's being run, some of its curriculum and things like that. And as a group, we don't feel like that's constructive.
Do you see any new ideas coming from them?
You know, if they are out there, we haven't seen them. You know, most of what we've been experienced is there's a lot of rhetoric out there. There's a lot of discussion about things like Common Core and textbooks, and I think it's important for us to say that we think those are all very valid topics of conversation, and we also feel like the school system believes that too. But to position that as a platform strategy is counterproductive to an actual dialogue. We haven't been reached out to by any of these candidates. We put surveys out there to get their opinions on their perspectives. None of those were returned to us. And we understand they're busy, and we understand they're professionals, and we really don't doubt their sincerity in wanting to be public servants. But we think the platform that they've laid forth is in some ways disingenuous, and, you know, we feel strongly about that and feel strongly about supporting the school system.
What do you think they're trying to achieve? I mean, the Williamson County school system is constantly touted as one of the best in the state, certainly, if not the country.
You know, that's a good point. I've heard them say on a couple of occasions that this organization came together very rapidly and that it was really strictly in opposition to what was going on. I don't think we ever saw this coming. I don't think we saw a school board or a school board election that would be so contentious as to say that the best, you know, school system in the state of Tennessee needs any sort of radical overhaul. And the things that they're talking about, you know, maybe there's merit in that long term in terms of what that Common Core discussion becomes, or, you know, what it is. But, you know, if it's not openly communicated, then I don't see how that ever is going to gain any traction. So, you know, we came together very quickly because we saw an agenda that we thought was aimed at really undercutting the school system. And, you know, I'm sure they would combat that, but at the same time, I don't think they're being transparent, and I feel like people need to go out and get educated on these issues. They need to pick the candidate that's right for them, and they need to vote their conscience. But this is not an election to sit at home.